Hey y'all, today I am retwisting my husband's locks. Now he has a business trip coming up, and he hasn't had a retwist in about 6 months, so y'all know I had to get him all the way together. Now we're going from this to this, and I'll walk you through my exact process and some tips I've learned to make my retwist last longer and look fresh. First, I start by washing the hair with a clarifying shampoo to remove any buildup. Now his hair was very, very dirty, as you can see by how brown and murky the water is. Now, because of this, I had to be very, very aggressive while washing his hair. I'm taking handfuls of hair and I'm rubbing them together like I am hand washing clothes. After 3 washes with the clarifying shampoo, I went in with the moisturizing shampoo for a final wash. Now, clean hair makes a huge difference in how neat the retwist looks, so make sure you wash thoroughly. You also want to make sure you don't fully dry the hair once you're finished washing it. You want it to still be damp, which will help the twist hold. Next, I began to examine his hair to see how severely matted and tangled it is. And he has quite a bit, as you can tell. To make detangling easier, I'm going to saturate his hair with a homemade leave-in conditioner. It's packed with ingredients like aloe vera juice, which helps to break up buildup, loosen knots, and separate hair that has married together. This makes the detangling process much smoother. Next, starting at the back, I gently detangle his hair by pulling apart any matted locks at the root. I apply extra conditioner to areas that are more clumped or matted. And for spots where buildup makes it hard to separate the locks, I use a rat tail comb to break through the buildup. And I follow that process throughout his entire head. Please remember, do not be shy about using your leave-in conditioning spray. Your leave-in conditioning spray is going to help with detangling. It's going to provide a lot of slip that's going to help reduce the amount of force you need to use to pull the locks apart. And the less force you have to use to pull the locks apart, the less painful it's going to be for the person that's getting their hair done. Now that I am done detangling, I'm starting the retwist process. Products and tools used is BTL Lock and Twist Gel, Aunt Jackie's Frizz Control Setting Mousse, one of my favorites, and of course my homemade leave-in conditioning spray, a thick rat tail comb, a fine tooth comb, and alligator clips, both short and long. Most of the time, I only use mousse to avoid buildup, but today I'm combining both mousse and gel for a slicker, longer lasting retwist. The gel I'm using isn't heavy or sticky, it's thin and watery, which makes it less likely to cause buildup. You always want to avoid products that are thick and pasty because those can cause residue and weigh the hair down. And then some products will also take longer to dry, so keep that in mind as well. Starting at the nape, I try to clean up his parts as much as possible, being careful not to break or rip any hair. My husband started with freeform locks, so his grid isn't perfect, but I am doing my best to neaten the parts without causing damage. For each lock, I apply a small amount of gel followed by mousse at the roots, then retwist in the same direction as the existing pattern. I'm careful not to over twist because too much tension can cause breakage. Some of his roots are thicker, so you'll see me using the comb method to retwist those, but for thin and finer roots, I use palm rolling only to help minimize tension. Notice once I twist the roots, I take the ends of the new growth and wrap it down the hair shaft to smooth it out and add it to the lock so that it eventually intertwines with the rest of the hair. Once the lock is twisted, I secure it with a clip to keep it from unraveling while I work on the rest. Once I reach the crown of his head, I like to replace the shorter clips with longer ones. This helps me avoid having to work around dozens of small clips, and it lets me secure more locks at once. I always wait until I'm sure the locks in the back have set a bit so the roots won't be disturbed during the swap. Hubby's hair is much finer at the top, so I am sure to be more gentle and use palm rolling only to finish him off. And once all the locks are twisted, I set him under the dryer for about 45 minutes to lock in the shape. Alright, once I think he's dry, I take out the clips, but as I am doing so, I like to go in with my blow dryer to make sure his roots are dry and fully set. Next, I'm going to spritz the shaft of his locks with leave-in, followed by a light oil to seal in moisture and add shine. I'm using grapeseed oil because the hair absorbs it quickly and it's non-greasy. And y'all, just look at the before and after. His hair looks so much cleaner, healthier, and it has tons of luster and shine instead of being dry and dull. Now, as for styling, we always keep it simple. He likes me to just take 2 locks near his ears and tie them together to keep his locks pulled back out of his face and off his shoulders. Alright, after styling his hair, this is the final result. The icing on the cake was him getting a fresh haircut the next day. Shout out to his barber for getting this footage for me. But I think my hubby was very pleased with how his hair turned out, and I really loved bringing his hair back to life. Shout out to my hubby for being such a great sport and letting me record this process. I want to dedicate this video to him. He and I have been in holy matrimony for over 4 years now, and I am learning in my marriage to have more grace and humility, and he has been very patient with me in doing so. So, again, shout out to him. I love you, honey. Bye.